Welcome everyone to my channel. Today we will explore the game Dragon Traveler together. This is the first video I have made about this game, so I'm approaching it from the perspective of a beginner to share the most realistic experiences with you. At the moment, the game is running a very important event that allows players to summon two extremely powerful luminaries, Marylis and Ifrit. For new players like us, deciding where to invest resources is always a difficult question because the amount of diamonds we can accumulate in the early stage is limited. For that reason, I spent time carefully researching the skill sets and roles of these two characters to provide the most objective perspective possible. In the next part of the video, I will analyze in detail the strengths and weaknesses of both Merilus and Ifrit, helping you clearly understand each character's combat style before deciding how to use your summon attempts. I hope that these honest insights from a beginner will be helpful for you while building your team and starting your journey to conquer this exciting dragon-filled world. First, let's take a look at Marylis, a warrior-type luminary known by the nickname Six-Armed Serpent. In a team, Marylis plays the role of a frontline fighter with a very risky combat style, but one that delivers extremely high damage output. Her overdrive skill is called Limit Breaker, a move that allows Marylis to sacrifice 40% of her current HP to unleash a burst of physical damage on all nearby enemies. Although consuming her own HP sounds dangerous for a frontline character, Marylis has a very unique survival mechanic through her special skill called Sacrifice. As her HP decreases, she accumulates rage points and enters the wild state. In this state, Marylis gains an additional 36% lifesteal, and the damage of her Blade Dance skill is increased by 50%. This creates a very interesting combat loop. The more HP Marylis loses, the more terrifying her lifesteal and offensive power become. In addition, at higher levels, Marylis unlocks a secret skill called Absolute Focus, which increases her attack by 10% and allows her to gain awakening stacks whenever an ally uses overdrive. Each awakening stack immediately triggers an extra blade dance without waiting for cooldown, turning Marylis into a constant damage-dealing machine on the battlefield. With a skill set fully focused on offense and strong self-sustain, Marylis is an extremely suitable choice for new players who want a character capable of carrying the team and sweeping through enemies right from the early stages of the game. Next, we move on to analyzing Ifrit, a luminary known as Flamefind, wielding the blazing power of the fire element. Completely opposite to Merilus' melee playstyle, Ephrit is an archer-type luminary who usually stays in the backline to deal damage from a safe distance. Her overdrive skill is called Hexagram, a very visually impressive move that summons and fires 16 fire orbs simultaneously to bombard all enemies on the battlefield. Ifrit's greatest strength lies in her unlimited power scaling over the course of a fight through the awakening mechanic. Each time Ifrit uses overdrive, she gains awakening stacks that directly increase her attack through her secret skill called Frenzy. Not only that, these passive stacks also directly enhance her ultimate skill Firestorm and her special skill called Endless Flames. When enough awakening stacks are accumulated, the number of flames released by these skills increases significantly, turning Ifrit into an extremely powerful source of area damage in the mid and late stages of battle. In addition, her Flamebrand talent allows her to deal extra physical damage and reduce the target's defense after every 3 attacks, making it easier to eliminate enemies with large HP pools. For new players, Ifrit is a very stable and safe choice because she does not require sacrificing her own HP to gain power. Instead, she simply needs a solid defensive frontline to give her enough time to accumulate her ultimate layers of strength. After understanding the skill sets of both characters in detail, we now move on to the most important part, a direct comparison to see which luminary is truly worth investing your resources in at the current stage. Although both Merilus and Ifrit are SSR plus luminaries with outstanding power, their playstyles serve completely different purposes. Marylis, with her warrior role, is an excellent choice if your team lacks a frontline unit that can push forward aggressively and sustain itself. Her damage output based on sacrificing HP gives her huge power spikes, which is especially useful in challenges where you need to clear stages with lower overall combat power. However, Marylis's playstyle requires players to closely monitor her HP to avoid her being defeated too early before she can activate the wild state. In contrast, Ifrit offers a much safer and more stable option for beginners. With the long attack range of an archer and strong full-screen area defray damage, Ifrit does not demand high mechanical skill or complex calculations. Her power gradually increases over the course of a battle, allowing you to quickly clear large waves of enemies while staying safe in the backline. If you are a new player looking to build a durable and easy-to-use team for various activities, I believe Ephrit is a long-term investment with lower risk. However, if you enjoy high-risk, high-reward gameplay and want a warrior capable of turning the tide in critical situations, then Merilus will definitely not disappoint you. My final advice is to check whether your current team lacks frontline or backline damage before making your decision. Because no matter who you choose, both are extremely high-quality pieces in the world of Dragon Traveler. In conclusion, both Marylis and Ifrit are excellent luminaries, and obtaining either of them will significantly increase your overall power. The final decision depends entirely on your personal preference and the strategy you want to build for your team. If you're lucky enough to summon one of them, focus your resources on upgrading them because they will definitely be reliable carries throughout your journey in Dragon Traveler. Personally, I prefer long-range combat, so I will choose Ephrit because I like playing it safe, and I also feel that her damage will become very high toward the late game thanks to the accumulation of awakening stacks. This is my first video about this game as a beginner, not counting the initial review video from before, so I really hope to receive feedback and experience from longtime players in the comment section below. If you find this information useful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to support me in future content. Your support is the biggest motivation for me to continue researching and sharing more high-quality content with the Dragon Traveler community. Thank you for watching. I wish you good luck with your summons, and I will see you in the next videos.
Go きげんよう。いくよ。エクスプロージョン。